Hey guys, it's Caffie. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you how I am building our very own language arts curriculum from scratch. So stay tuned. All right, welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time stopping by, my name's Caffie. I'm a homeschool mama of 2 little girls, and I love sharing all things homeschool, motherhood, and some fun DIYs sprinkled all up in there. So if you like that kind of content, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos. So this has been a long time in the making. I mentioned in my update video that I'm gonna start doing our own language arts curriculum, that we're no longer going to use a curriculum. We were using the Good and the Beautiful, but we're no longer using that curriculum. And, you know, it has just been on my heart for a while to create my own curriculum. I've wanted to do the same thing for history, and I'm slowly kind of working my way through that as well. We're using Sunlight as our base, but I'm building onto that. But language arts, we are 100% doing our very own curriculum. So no open and go. I am putting things together for that. And I thought I would share with you the resources that I'm using to create our very own language arts curriculum. If it is something that you are interested in, I'm actually going to do this video probably in 3 parts. I'm going to do this one here, which is showing you what I'm using to build our curriculum, the resources that I'm using, what I'm using to make sure that we're staying on track, that we're covering what we need to cover. All right, and then I'll do 2 videos that will be broken down by grade level. So it'll be for kindergarten and for 3rd grade, which those are the grades I have for kids right now. And it'll show you specifically what I'm using for each grade level, showing you the like where I'm getting worksheets from, any type of writing things that we're using, anything that's specific for that grade. I'm going to kind of do separate videos for just kindergarten curriculum and 3rd grade curriculum. So sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. Anyway, guys, I am excited about this. It is time consuming. It has taken some time, but I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. I'm really happy that I have just went ahead and did it, because I have been so scared, and I'm still scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if they don't learn anything? I don't know. And you know what? And if they don't learn a lot this year, it's okay, because education's all around us, and they're going to learn something one way or another. They'll pick up something this year, whether or not it's everything that's on our checklist, or if it's just, a couple of things, but they'll be okay. Kids are resilient. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, this is the first book, and I have showed this up on my Instagram before. This is Home Learning Year by Year by Rebecca Rupp. It's great for your teaching language arts and you can't even read. Okay, but this is the book that we are using. This is the revised and updated one. So this one was 2020. So the first one's from 2020, and then from 2000, and this one's 2020. It's updated. I've mentioned in the past, especially if you follow me on Instagram, how I like to look at this as a guideline. It is not the Holy Grail. It is not your end-all Bible, but it is a very great space to start when it comes to building your homeschool curriculum for your child. And this covers every subject, so not just language arts. So this covers every subject for your child, and it will let you know when you go, say here's kindergarten, and then it kind of breaks it down as to what they should be learning as far as language arts, phonics, decoding, word recognition. So they should know the upper and lowercase letters of the alphabet, both in and out of sequence, know the sounds of all consonants and short vowels, know that letters are linked together to form words. And it kind of just gives you a breakdown of things. And it also will have a list of resources back there that you can also use to help with building your curriculum or teaching said subjects. And I really enjoy this because it does give a really great checklist. And what I did is I went ahead and just kind of created a checklist for these subjects, or for this grade. So I had language arts, and I just kind of wrote out on a little table what skill they should be learning, and left a box whether or not we've already mastered that, we're kind of intermediate with that, or we have completely mastered this, this subject or this this skill set and we can move on to something else, or we need to do more work on it. But I'm just using this as a great guide to make sure I'm covering a lot of what should be covered at grade level. And again, there's always going to be gaps in education. There's always going to be gaps in learning. But I'm using this, again, not as the be-all holy grail, but as a great guide to say, okay, this is kind of giving me a roadmap of what I want to cover, whether or not we cover all this year, or we just, sprinkle a little bit of this in, or some things your kids already know, even though, okay, they say it's for a third grade level. Maybe they learned that in first grade or second grade and they've mastered that. A lot of this in here too, it's kind of giving you a guide to what it's saying, like what they should know by this grade. I don't think that they absolutely have to learn it in third grade, or they have to learn it in kindergarten, or have to know it in first grade. It's like, hey, usually around this time, this is when kids are learning this. So again, I think that this is a great roadmap. It's not the end all be all. So if your child is in, third grade and they have not mastered multiplication, or they have not mastered, punctuation or whatever, like, don't feel like, oh, they're behind. Just use it as a guide. Like, okay, that's something that I want to make sure I cover, and then I keep covering until they get it. So if they didn't get it in third grade, we're going to move it over to when we do it next year for fourth grade. If they didn't get, all of these sight words in kindergarten, okay, we're going to move those over and put those in first grade. So it is a roadmap, but it's not the be all, end all, be all. All right. Next books that we are using for resources are the, what your kindergartner needs to know, and then we have what your third grader needs to know. So they have these books in every grade level from kindergarten to sixth grade. What I like about this is not only does it kind of say, like, okay, for third grade language arts, these are the things that you should cover. It also gives examples, or actually almost kind of like mini lessons in here. So this is almost like a lesson book in a sense that you can take from it. So say, for example, we're actually learning about the Pilgrims right now, and I can go into the kindergarten book right here and learn about the Pilgrims. There is a spot about Pilgrims in the New World, and here is a part that I can read. I can read about this here, and then on the next page, it shows, do it yourself. Use the Mayflower Compact as a springboard to talk to your kids about setting rules, for your family. So it has excerpts of poems, short stories, all the classics in here. It gives examples of things to, assignments that you can do and lessons that you can make. So you could almost use this as, if you wanted to use this fully and solely as your curriculum, you could. It has great examples in here. It kind of walks you through. It says it supports Common Core achievement with reading and activities and literature, math, history, science, and the arts. It even has like visual arts and music. So it has those nursery rhymes and those songs and things to help you with building a music curriculum or teaching music and visual arts to your kids. So these are great because they kind of show you what you need, what you should be kind of covering at this grade level. And it also gives examples and excerpts of like literature and classics and things to read, as well as kind of like lessons and little hints of how you can teach those things to your kids. Also using a few of the Dr. Fry books, and I'll show you these individually in just a second. But the reason why we are using Dr. Fry over Dolch sight words or reading is because I have chosen to use Fry's sight word, because Fry's sight words are most recently updated. There's a bigger list of words taught at a smaller, in a smaller section or chunk, so like 5 words at a time. And they're just some of the most frequent words. So we just made the decision to use Fry. A lot of people still use Dolch, but it's kind of up to you as a personal preference what you decide to use. But we're going with Fry words. So we are using Fry's spelling book, grades 1 through 6, words most needed plus phonics. So what's great about this is you will actually, it has a test in here, so you can actually test your child to see where they fall, what words they know. You'll know whether to put them, level 1, level 3, because the levels don't necessarily correlate with the grades. So just because, they're in grade 3 does not mean that they're going to be on level 3 spelling words. So there's a test in the back. You can kind of test and find out where they fall. So for Kennedy, when I tested her, she actually got all the level 3 correct. And she missed 3, I think, of the level 4. And the way it is basically if you miss 3, you can start at that level. But she made the decision that she wanted to actually start at level 3. So for her, what we're doing when we're using this spelling book, I'm just going through level 3. I'm finding the words. It's 20 words. And I'm just going through that 20. And whatever words she does not know out of that 20, those would be her spelling words for that time. So the way it's broken down is, you can see here, so this is level 1. And you have instant words or sight words over here, noun words. And then it kind of tells you here, please, phrases to read or write that they can practice, here. It works on phonograms. So there's always a word study section right here in the middle. And then there's phonics at the bottom. So depending on what grade level. So this one has, on the first page here, level 1, it kind of tells you what this section contains. This section contains 20 lessons. Each lesson contains 10 spelling words, which are 5 instant words and 5 picture nouns. Instant word ranks 1 through 100. So this level will cover all of the first 100 of Fry's spelling instant words or sight words. It has sentence or phrases which use these words, a phonogram family of words, phonics, notes, and review suggestions. So it kind of covers everything right there, tells you what's in there. And then if you skip up, we'll skip up to level 3, just kind of give you a show of what that looks like and what's in there. We have level 3. Level 3 uses 20 spelling words. It's the instant words rank from 626 to 1325. There's variant forms of these words. There's a word study, so it'll talk about synonyms or antonyms or homophones, like different things for the word study. And you can do just kind of give you some review suggestions down there. So that's how this book is broken down. So we are using this for our spelling words to make sure that the girls can spell. This book here, Phonics Patterns, Onset, and Rhyme Word List. And again, this is basically the idea behind phonics in, word families is, if your child can read AT and they know CAT is cat, then they'll know MAT is mat and HAT is hat and that kind of thing. So this gives you just a great list of word families, basically. And that way you can, so here we go. You have hat, or you have at, at family over here. And then, this way you're able to, kind of test your kid or get them used to the at family. Everything in here. Eek, east. I mean, it's a bunch of, different word families, and you can actually break them down at the top. It has, words with the long O sound or the short A, or, whatever it may be, long A, short A. And so we're using this for phonics. And then this is for our reading. We're using reading assessment grades K through 8. And this is really cool because, again, this is kind of like, this is an assessment book. So at least I know where my kids are as far as their reading, what things we need to work on. So this book actually includes assessments for phonics, spelling, oral reading, phonemes, segmentation, letter and word recognition, onset and rhymes, comprehensions, homophones, vocabulary, hearing, and vision. So this is a really cool book. So it's just basically, it's an assessment book. That way we know where we want to start. Yeah, so this is how we're kind of testing and making sure we're on par. So that is what I'm using to build our curriculum, what we're using as our base, as our foundation. So I know what needs to be taught, when does it need to be taught, kind of help me in the order of how to teach it, and making sure that they have actually understood and learned said topic for language arts. So that's it, guys. I will link everything down below. Everything that I can will be linked down below in the description. If you have any questions about anything I've said in this video, anything I've shown in this video, or just something that you think will relate to this video, just drop that down below and I can answer that for you. Again, it's a journey and we're figuring this out, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna get there. But these are the things that we're using for our base. So stay tuned. I will be posting up pretty soon just what we are using for our kindergarten curriculum as well as our third grade curriculum. And that will show you more detail on that specific things for that grade level. This was just an overview of the resources that we are using to build the curriculum. So guys, don't forget, head over to Instagram where you can hang out with me and the family on the daily. And if you like this video and if you like this kind of content, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos. And I'll talk with you guys in a couple of days. Bye.